Hey guys, it's me, Goldilocks, and we're here at my favorite spot, Starbucks, getting our drink on. A lot of you guys aren't gonna like this video. You're not gonna like this video at all, but here we go. The truth is the truth. My experience is my experience. I'm sorry if it offends you, but yeah, it's the way it is. It's the way it is, guys. So this video is about why I left PG County, Maryland, and I will never, ever return. Now, if you're not from the DMV, the DC metro area, you may not be familiar with PG County in Maryland, but Prince George County, PG County, Maryland, I think has like the highest median income for African American people. So it's kind of viewed as like this really amazing place where black people are getting money and doing their thing. I mean, it's close to DC metro area, so there's a lot of government work, a lot of contract work, which helps keep African Americans and black people in general paid, right? And just a little background, I lived in PG County for like 3 years. I lived in Laurel, where else did I live? Laurel and Hyattsville. Yeah, Laurel and Hyattsville. Oh no, Laurel and Hyattsville. I've lived in Glen Arden too. Laurel, Hyattsville, and Glen Arden. I've lived in all 3 of those places in PG County. Lived there for 3 years, and you know what? Honestly, while I lived there, I thought it was fine. You know, I thought it was just normal life. Then I eventually ended up getting a job in Montgomery County, and Montgomery County is kind of known as like the ritzy, I guess, county. Like, there's a lot of money here, a lot of people with super high incomes. Yeah, it's like expensive area to live in. But I moved because it was closer. And when I moved to Montgomery County, it was like a whole new, it was like a light shined upon me, because I realized that there were so many things wrong with PG County. Right now, in the title, I said that PG County is the hood, right? I described it as the hood. Right now, most people will probably be offended by that and say it's not hood. And like, you know, people out there are getting money. So let me first say that yes, people out there are doing all right, getting money in some places. But generally the median income is still higher out here in Montgomery County. And the thing about PG County is it borders southeast DC, and down southeast DC is kind of like the roughest part of DC, right? Like, it's not some places you want to hang out at this time at night, okay? That wouldn't be advisable for you and your safety. Even though it is being gentrified, it's not being gentrified fast enough, okay? And I just feel like in PG County, there's a large concentration of black people, and I feel like there's a culture there of people who are from the suburbs who want to be from the city. Like, they project this inner city energy that just doesn't go with the suburbs. Like, case in point, I used to have so much random fuckery happen to me in PG County. So much. Like, I don't know how many times I was randomly cussed out at the gas station, right? Yeah, literally, like, I used to get randomly cussed out at the pump, like, all the time. Like, I remember once I was, like, with my boyfriend at the time. I was in my car. He went inside the gas station to pay for the gas, right? While I'm waiting for him, I'm playing with my phone like most of this do. This guy comes out of nowhere, starts randomly cussing and screaming at me, telling me get the fuck up off the pump, and I'm just like, right? And then my boyfriend comes out. It's like a whole big confrontation, and like the guy chills out, but I'm like, why do you think that you can randomly talk to somebody like that? I like still cannot get over this culture where people like to pretend like they're hood, but they're not hood. So they have a thing where they'll be extremely disrespectful to one another, and that like flies, which I could never get a grasp on, because where I'm from, people are generally nice to each other, and if someone's like being disrespectful towards you, they want that smoke. But in PG, they'll be disrespectful to you and expect not to get that smoke, which is wild to me. Like an environment I could never really grasp. Like, while I was living there, I thought it was normal. Excuse me. I thought it was normal. And then I moved somewhere where that kind of stuff didn't happen to me. Like, nobody randomly cusses me out in Montgomery County. Never. Like, I was walking my dog one day while I was living in PG, and someone tried to come up and steal my dog. Like, I have 2 dogs. If you haven't seen them, check out my Instagram, goldilocksdoesthat. I have 2 dogs. They're both brother and sister, white, have no idea what they are. I just rescued them, right? They're identical, same age, right? A lady, I'm walking down the street, minding my business. A lady pulls up on me, hops out the car and says, "Hey, you stole my dog." And I'm like, "Both of them?" And it's just like, "No, just that one." I was like, "They both clearly are the same age, look identical. Are you serious?" She's like, "Yes, that's my dog." She starts randomly yelling, I guess, her dog's name at my dog. Of course, he's completely oblivious, but she's like, "That's my dog, and I'm gonna call the police on you." I said, "Call him! What? Call him! Like, I got papers and shots and photos. Like, what are you talking?" But that kind of stuff would randomly happen to me all the time in PG County, because that was just the air of the county. Plus, like, the crime rate, depending on where you are, if you're, in Suitland, certain parts of Laurel, Hyattsville, a lot of different places in PG, like, it's just not exactly the safest area. Like, I would never probably hang out just randomly by myself anywhere in that county, right? I don't like it. I don't like the way people treat each other. I don't like this whole environment where everybody thinks they're a thug, but they're not a thug, and they don't want to be a thug. They just want to talk to you like they're a thug. I just can't do it. So anyway, let's talk about why Montgomery County is so freaking amazing. Now, in this area, people will say they think this is where like the majority of the white people live and stuff like that. This is a completely diverse county. It's dope. There's all types of people who live here. Tons of really super successful Black people, Asian people, white, Hispanic, international. And it is lovely because people here have money. And when you have money, you're generally happier, right? You don't randomly cuss people out, try to steal their dogs for no reason. You don't do that, So it's dope. Like, generally speaking, people out here treat you with respect, dignity. It is safe. It's nice. The houses are beautiful. It is wonderfully relaxing and awesome. And everyone I bring out here is just like, wow, this is such a nice area, because it freaking is. Now, in relation to the title of this video, leaving the hood to be successful, right? So part of the reason that I moved out here is because I am on a journey to be successful, to get my money up, get my bag up, be independent, just be awesome, right? And one thing I realized is when I came to an area where people had money, people didn't have a culture of like conflict, where like that type of behavior wasn't championed. Like, it just became, it's just like a better environment for growth. And when you see people living well, driving nice things, happy, eating well, it inspires you, and you get to see success for your very own eyes. Not that you don't see that in other places, but when you have like a general culture of like peace and success, like that just does something for your psyche. You know what I mean? And there's like a huge culture like at least in black culture, where it's kind of like not okay to leave the hood because you change and you abandon everybody. Yeah, no, I left the hood before I became successful, so that I could be successful, so that I could be around people that are also successful, right? Because that's another thing. Like, I want an environment of people, of friends who will help further my success, not people who are going to try to rob me or hate on me or plot against me to take my stuff because I'm being successful and they're still in the hood mentality, right? So again, even though PG County is not technically the hood, like the culture of the county is very hood, I can't live there anymore. I don't ever want to live there. Now that I have gone to the luxury movie theater where you can order wine at the theater, you know, I can't go back. You know, now that I have access to a 24-hour Starbucks, I can't go back. Now that I get to see luxury vehicles driving down the street every day, as opposed to buckets or burgundy colored Crown Victorias, I can't go back. Can't go back. Now, I know a lot of you guys aren't gonna like this video. You're gonna be really offended. You're gonna say how great PG County is, and you're lying. You're lying. Oh, and then on top of that, let's talk about the police in PG County, okay? If you get pulled over in PG County, they're rolling up 5 deep, basic traffic stop, 5 deep, 5 cop cars every time. Every time, surround your vehicle, every time, right? It's completely intimidating and scary, and I don't like it, right? If I get pulled over out here, it's 1 cop car. They're like, hey, the light's out. Here you go. Just take care of that. You're good, you know? Now, I can't say that's been the experience with Montgomery County PD for everyone. I'm just telling you my experience. In PG, the whole precinct is rolling up on you. Here, it's just 1 car. You know, you're not a perceived threat. But that also has to do with the crime that's in the area. Obviously, they have a higher crime rate in PG as opposed to Montgomery. So, I'm sure the police take extra precautions for their safety. However, yeah, that's just really scary. Like, it's just really scary. Like, even just to see someone get pulled over and there's 5 police cars there, it's just like, I don't know, stressful. The type of stress I don't need, especially when I'm trying to move up in the world. So yeah. So, you know, give me your opinion on, like, you know, leaving the hood to be successful, or even after you be successful. I don't see anything wrong with it. Like, I encourage anyone who has the means to provide themselves with a better life should do so. There are plenty, at least out here, successful Black and African American people here doing their thing, getting their grind on, and living amongst others peacefully for the most part. Okay, guys, so that's kind of all I really had to say about that. Of course, I have some like video of the county so you can see how freaking fabulous it is to live here. I won't be moving anywhere else in Maryland. I hope you enjoyed the footage. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sure you're gonna be offended, so go ahead, put your offensive comment in the comment box, and while you're down there, make sure you hit a like for the video and subscribe. Thank you. I will see you guys next week.